Hello Year 6, welcome to today's arithmetic lesson. Now last week I managed to do it in like 12-13 minutes, so I'm going for that again, okay? So we're going to go through the answers and I'm aiming to be less than 15 minutes. Let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, a combination of speed but accuracy. Question number 1, 126 divided by 6. Now the way that I'd probably do this is, well I know that 10 lots is going to get me to 60. Another 10 lots is going to get me to 120. And then one more lot is going to get me to 126. So that's 21. 21 lots. I prefer that over bust up really. 5, 6 take away 1, 6. Well, because both the denominators are 6, we don't need to change it. So my answer is just going to be a simple 4 6. Some of us might have simplified to 2/3, but you don't need to. Next one. Something equals 6,713 add 438. To be honest, I'm probably going to put that in a column because there's nothing that massively jumps out about doing that a quicker way. So we end up with 11 ones, 4 tens plus that one is 5 tens, 7 hundreds adds those 4 hundreds is 11 hundreds, 6,000 plus that one, 7,151, and I'm happy that that would be about right. Next one, 45 times 1. If we times anything by 1, it just stays the same, doesn't it? So my answer is 45. If I did 360 times 1, it would be 1. If I did 7,437,000 times 1, it would be 7,400 whatever thousand. Anyway, 124 times 5. One way we can do this is multiply by 10 first. That will get me to 1,240. And then half it. So half of 1,000 is 500. Half of 200 is 100. Half of 40 is 20. Okay, because if that's times 10, then half of times in by 10 will be times in by 5. So my answer is 620. Alternatively, you could have done a written method for it. And done 4 times 5 is going to be 20. 5 times 2 tens is 10 tens plus those 2, so that's 12 tens. 5 times those 100s is 500s plus that one, 600s. Either way gets you to that answer. Next one, 7.1519 take away 3.5. I can look at this and realise that actually I can take away that 1 from there and that 5 from the tens. So I'm actually, if I take away the 5 tenths, that leaves me with 0. If I take away 3 ones, that leaves me with 4. So they're going to stay the same. So my answer is 4.019. Yes, I could have used a subtraction and it would have got me there, but I can see that without having to do it. Next one. 8,701 adds 734. Could probably do that with a bit of jottings, but also with the methods is probably okay too. So, 1 add 4 ones is going to be 5 ones. We only got 3 tens there. 700s add 700s is 1400s. 8,000 plus that one is 9,435. And I'm happy that 8,700 add 700 would be 9,400. 34 at the 1. Yeah, confident that's right. Next one. That's horrible. 509,004 take away 24,561. Now, I've said before, I really don't like doing subtraction written methods when there's loads of zeros. So I'm going to be controversial. I'm actually going to count on. Okay. So I'm going to add 9 to get me to 24,570. Then I'm going to add 30 to get me to 24,600. Then I'm going to add 400. I know some people would not agree with this, to get me to 25,000. Then I'm going to add 75,000 to get me to 100,000. Then I'm going to add 409,000. Oh, let's do 400,000. This was maybe not the best way of doing it either. 400,000 to get me to 500,000. Now I'm running out of space, but I know I need to now add 9,000 and another 4. So I'm left with 475,000 plus those 9, so 484,000. Let me me write that down. 484,439 plus that 4. 439 of 4 is going to get me to 43. 443. Now, to be honest, really horrible question. I'll probably use subtraction methods to check that. But let's do it. This is going to slow me down. 509,004 take away 24,561. So I'm left with 3 ones. 6. I can't do any of that, so I'm going to have to take 8 from there and put them on here. So I'm taking away 8,000. This is why I don't like zeros. This bit always confuses me. So that's going to become a 10, and then I'm going to swap that for a 9 and put that on there. Okay, so then I'm left with 10, take away the 6 tens, which is going to be 4 tens. 900s take away 500 is going to be 400s. 800,000s take away 4,000 is going to be 4,000. Need to exchange here. 10,000s, no, 10 10,000s take away 2 10,000s is going to be 8 10,000s. 400,000, 484,443. Get the same answer, 2 different ways of doing it. What am I on? 6 minutes. I'm still doing okay. 6,300 divided by 7. Now, when I look at that, what I can actually see is 63 divided by 7. And I know that 63 divided by 7 is going to be 9. Okay, multiplication triangles, really helpful with this kind of stuff. So, I know that I'm actually working with 6,300, so that needs to be 100 times bigger, which means I need to make one of these 100 times bigger. I'm not going to change that one because that's the 7 in the question, so I'm going to make this 100 times bigger. So my answer is 900. 1.67 divided by 1,000. So if I'm just dividing by 1,000, I'm going to put in my decimal point, and I'm moving this way because they're all going to get smaller, and I'm moving it 3 spots. So 1, 2, 3, write it underneath. 1, 2, 3, write it underneath. 1, 2, 3, write it underneath. And in that placeholder is going to be a 0. And in that placeholder is going to be a 0. 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 0.00167. Another horrible question. Oh, they're not being nice to us today. Next one. 23.6 take away 7.82. You could count up, or you could do subtraction methods. I'll do subtraction methods for now. 7.82. So common mistake. People might have written 2 there because they think 0 take away is 2. It's not. I need to exchange. So I'm going to take one of those tenths and put it there. So 10 hundredths take away 2 hundredths is going to be 8 hundredths. 5 tenths take away 8 tenths. I'm going to have to exchange again. And this is why you might want to count wrong, because you end up exchanging. So 15ths tenths take away 8 tenths is 7 tenths. Make sure I put my decimal point in. 2 ones take away 7 ones I can't do, so I need to exchange again. So then I'm left with 12 ones take away 7 ones, which is 5 ones. Plus that, 15.78. So if I was counting on, what I would have done is 7.82, add 0.08 to get me to 7.9, add 0.1 to get me to 8. Then from 8 to 23 I know is 15. Then I've got to add on the 0.6. So I'm left with 15.6.7.78, 15.78. Moving on, 7/8 take away 2/3. So I need to make the denominators the same. Now 3 is not going to go into 8, so I need to find something else. If I double that and get to 16, 3 is still not going to go into it. If I times it by 3 and get to 24, 3 will. So I'm going to make them both over 24. So to get from that 8 to that 24 times by 3, so I need to do the same with that. So it's going to be 21 over 24. To get from that 3 to 24, I've multiplied it by 8. So I need to multiply that by 8, so that's going to be 16. So 21 24ths take away 16 24ths will take away 10, will get me to 11. Take away another 6 will get me to 5 24ths. Okay, next question. Another big horrible one. 7,304. What time are we on? 10 minutes, it's going to be close. Times by 66. So I need to multiply everything by the 6 first. So 6 times 4 is 24, carry my 2 tens. 6 times those no tens is 0, so just add those 2 tens. 6 times those 300s is 1800s. 6 times those 7,000s is 42,000s plus that one 43,000s. Now I need to times everything by that 60. And because it's a 60, everything needs to be in a higher column. So 6 times 4 is going to be 24 tens. Those 6 tens times by nothing is nothing, plus those 2. I'm just going to do a bit of rubbing out to stop confusing me. Yeah, 6 times those, that 6 times those 300s is 1800s. And that 6 times those 7 is 42 plus that one, so that's 43. And then I need to add them up. So I've got 4 ones, 6 tens, 10 hundreds, so I'll carry the 1. 11 thousands plus that one, so that's 12 thousands. 7 10,000 plus that one is 8 10,000s, and those, so I'm left with 482,064. I think, again, I would check that, but I'm going for time. Another pretty nasty one. So I need to put in my key facts. I'm hoping the last few are quite quick. So timesing it by 2 will get me to 86, because 2 times 8, 43 is 86. Timesing that by 4 is double that, so that's going to be 160 and 12. So that's going to be 172. Timesing it by 10 will get me to 43 times 10 will be 430. So timesing it by 5 will be half of that. Well, half of that is 200, half of that is 15, so that's 215. So now I look and I think, what can I take away? Well, I'm going to take away 4,300. So I've got 5,676, and I'm going to take away 4,300. So I'm left with 6 ones, 7 tens, 300s, and 1,000. Then I'm going to take away 860. Oh, I need to write mine out. So that's 100 lots. Take away 860, which is going to be 20 lots. 6 ones, 110. Need to exchange there. 500s, 516. So I'm going to take away 430, which is 10 lots. So that leaves me with, I'm going to have to move that out of the way. So that leaves me with 6 ones. I'm going to have to exchange that. So I'm left with 1, and that would leave me with 8, and that's 0. Then I can take away the 86, which is 2 lots. So how many lots have I taken away? 120, 130, 132. Another not so nice question. I'm running out of time. Okay, 1/4 times by 5, 6. Quite straightforward because we're multiplying. So 1 times 5 is going to be 5. 4 times that 6 is going to be 24. 2/3 divided by 8. So if we're dividing, firstly make it a fraction, so it's 8 over 1. Then I'm going to keep change flip, so keep the first fraction, change the second one, flip the final fraction. So I'm left with 2 times 1 is 2 over 24, which some of us might have simplified into 1/12. Is that all of them? No, I've got one more. Oh, 9.03 times 4. I'm not going to make it. So times it by 4, what I like to do is double and double again. So I'm going to double that to get to 18, and then I'm going to double it again to get to 36. This one, I'm going to double it to get to 0.06. Then I'm going to double it again to get to 0.12. Put them together, 36.12. And that's the end. Now I've rushed this a little bit, but I think I'm about to finish in less than 15 minutes. So year 6, if I've made some mistakes, let me know about it. I possibly have because I've been rushing a little bit. And that was a tough test to get all of done in 15 minutes, but I think we did it. Okay, let me know how you get on. Post a photo on Dojo, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye.